ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਪਾਂਚ ਤਤ ਕੋ ਤਨ ਰਚਿਓ, ਜਾਨਹੁ ਚਤੁਰ ਸੁਜਾਨ। ਜਹ ਤੇ ਉਪਜਿਓ ਨਾਨਕਾ, ਲੀਨ ਤਾਹੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ Tegh Bahadur Ji Sache Paatshah Ji Maharaj have blessed us with this 11th Salok within their Bani of Salok Mahalla Nova. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Sache Paatshah Ji within this Salok, they start off by saying, Panch Tat Ko Tan Rachyo, Jan Ho Chatur Sajan. And over here they're saying that Panch meaning 5, Panch Tat Ko, Tat meaning elements. They're saying out of 5 different elements was made what? Was created what? They're saying Tan Rachyo. Tan meaning body. Pach is saying that Tan Rach Ditta is Panch Tattan de Vichon, that this body was made out of these 5 different elements. Panch Tat Ko Tan Rachyo. Then they say Jan Ho Chatru Sajan. And our Vidwans, our scholars, those that are Bani de Rasiye, those that were imbued in Gurbani, they've translated this in 2 different ways now. They're saying Akal Purkh Ji, they've used these 5 elements, and what are those? The first one could be said to be space, which is Sukham. Sukham meaning something that is very subtle. So from that very subtle element, being space, from that then came what? The next one, which is what we refer to, what we know as air. So what's happening with these tat? What's happening with these elements? They're actually becoming more and more satul. And what does satul mean? When something's taking form more. So you've got from space, you've got the air, and then from the air, then you've got the pani, you've got the jal, you've got the water. And then from the water, you've got fire, and then from fire, you get earth. So in that very order, that's how these these 5 elements come as well within the Vedas as well. So Maharaj is saying, taking these 5 different elements, this body has been created. Then this is Janaho Chatur Sajan. And one way to look at this, Maharaji is telling us, is instructing us, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaji is, they're saying to us, they said, wake up, Janaho, know this, Chatur Sujan, that Chatur means to be clever, Sujan means to be wise. Maharaji is saying to us, oh wise one, oh clever one, Janaho Chatur Sujan, they're saying, know this, that your body has come from these 5 elements. The other way to look at this is that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Sache Paatshah Ji referring straight to Akal Purkh Ji, straight to Waheguru Ji, and saying, Janaho, know that one that has created these elements, know that one to be Chatur, know that one to be so clever, Sujan to be so wise. Look at this game that Akal Purkh has created. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah Ji saying, is reminding us again that how temporary this body is. They're saying that this body is just a makeup of these 5. And then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah say that Jehte Upajyo Nanaka. Upajyo means where something has originated from, where something is born from. And saying Jehte Upajyo Nanaka, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah saying that this each element, where it has come from, Jehte Upajyo Nanaka, leen tahe mehman. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah saying no, that each of these elements are going to go back to where they have originated from. From where they have come from, they will all go back to that as well. It's said that our body is made up of about 70% water. And we know as well, there's about 70% of this world is covered within water as well. But then that water that is within us is in different forms. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Paatshah Ji saying that know this for sure, that water that is sitting inside of this body is going to go back into that water that is outside of your body as well, exactly where it's come from. Water is made up of 2 gases, and we've got two amounts of oxygen, and then we've got hydrogen, which makes water, which makes something then physical. But Guru is saying to us that Sache te pavana peya, from the truth then first came the gases. Instead of translating this directly to air, we translate this to gases. And then from that came the water. This is Sache te pavana peya, pavana te jal hoye. This is, but from those 2 gases came what? Then they came the jal, came the water. And then from that water came what? Pasin jal te tir bhavan sajya. From that jal came then the life, came everything, all the creation that we see within this world, whether it be the vegetation, whether it be plants, trees, then human beings, animals, everything then came. That life exists. Why? Because of that jal, because of that water. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is telling us all of this, saying that yaad rakho, keep in mind, remember that these are going to all go back. That breath that we have within our body, that what we use to remain alive, the oxygen that we take from the air. But Bahadur is saying one day, that air that you've taken into your body that exists inside, they said one day that's going to go back. Jehte upajyo nanka, लीने ताहे मेहमान. Jyoti mein jyot ral jaya is referring to that one that has merged with Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji. Then the jyot will remain with that jyot, with that supreme light. But those that haven't actually been successful in this life journey, then that doesn't apply to them, Jyoti mein jyot ral jaya, because then their journey still continues. They're still under the influence of what Maharaj refers to as home, as of ego, of the I am, where we think that I exist separate to Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji says no one dies. There's no such thing. They said it's actually things that just change form. It's just that we're used to seeing something, someone look a certain way, but that dust, those elements within that person haven't died, haven't come to an end, they haven't vanished. They've just gone back to Jehte Upajyo Nanaka, where they've come from. They've just gone back to their origin. Everything is trying to get back to its origin. Sache Padshah Ji is saying to us, if everything else is trying to get back to where it's come from, what about you? What about what you are? For most of my life, I thought I was the elements. I thought I was that. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji saying, don't you know that these elements are just going to go back to where they've come from? You're here on a mission. You're here to meet that Supreme Soul. One of the days, I was just looking up at the sky. I was thinking that the truth is that that space that we look up at, that space exists within us as well. And actually we are that space. We are all of that. We just don't realize. And we are actually that jyot that has made all of that. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji in this Salok is saying to us, Leen tahe mehman. Know this for sure that they are going to go back to where they've come from. But they're temporary. We're not going to possess this for long. So think about what you're here to do and think about that crying soul inside. Take that back to its true home. Itni ka beinti Pravan, forgive me for mistakes. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.